is how you try and not get any crumbs. Don't try and spread it all the way around because it won't go. It'll just take the crumbs and go with the cake. Put some up here, it'll help you. Set it next to it. Rock it in. If you get some, pull it off to the side where you won't pick it back up. If you like the flour and shortening on the cake instead of the Pam, sometimes it works better than the Pam. Pam seems to be very oily and the cake will want to pull away from it. That's why you got to press it into it so that it grabs onto the cake. And you see I'm wearing a glove so I can touch the cake and make it food safe. Let's put a little puddle up here to work with. Bring it down to the side. I like filling my cake on top first, then I've got my edges something to grab onto also. Boy, I can tell this is a fresh cake. If you chill your cakes first, you won't get this wobble. And if it's flatter without the rounded edges like I had, it's even more secure. So get it all the way to the top of the pan. 2/3 full will bring your cake up to the top of the pan. Through the magic of TV, these are not. All right, let's get this buttercreamed, going right to the edge of my board. Then we're going to cut it so you can see what it looks like. That's part of the fun. The nice thing about these gloves is you can scrape things away without getting all gunked up. And if you're on a diet, it helps you really control your fat intake because you do absorb it, not just eating it. If you're touching cookie dough, you're absorbing the fat, you're absorbing the sugar, you're absorbing everything that's in that cookie dough. Same with this buttercream. If you're touching the buttercream, you're absorbing it. And we bakers absorb everything. Our body wants it bad because we're used to it. Okay, you can see I'm using the spatula to smooth this. I want to bring this out, so I'm going to add some right here. I want to make it square round. See how that did that? Bring it out to the edge. Let's round it off. And then, when you want to square it up a little bit more, you get your bench scraper. So I'm going to finish smoothing this out, grab my bench scraper, and we'll be right back to show you what this cake looks like inside. Okay, I've got my bench scraper. We're going to smooth this cake out right up against my board, holding on to the turntable, scraping off completely because any frosting on there is going to pull it back off of the cake. Smooth this out. This is how I get a smooth cake. Making sure it's level. I've noticed a lot of bakers when they're smoothing out a cake that they're holding it here and they tend to tilt the scraper. See how this is up right here? You don't want to do that. Then your cake, you're going to notice that your cake's going to be leveled in like this. Keep it set down flat on there. Get one of those scrapers. These are a bench scraper for scraping your counter. These are used on wood cutting boards or even on a grill. They use these to get all the gunk off of it. So this is why we like them for cakes, because it's square, completely 90-degree square. So you stand it up on its edge, hold it here, and your edge of your cake will be perfectly square. Even leaning it like this will take it out of square, so you need to keep it straight up 100 degrees. 100 degrees? Is that 100 degrees? That was a blonde moment. Okay. See how smooth that gets? Straight up and down. Try and then ease off gently. And if you see a hole, like I see a hole right there, place a little bit more. You can even go the other direction so that we don't lose it. Okay, and then for the top, pull in from the edge, scrape it off, pull in from the edge. Every time you scrape it off, because it'll grab more frosting and make you unhappy.